Inner Circle Trader, scam, truth revealed. Before the evidence. Special note, this information is for educational and public service announcement purposes only. This has absolutely zero malicious intent or malice and is provided as is with the latest facts and evidence we have at the time of release of this video content. This may not be used to harass, etc. We only hope that the public consumer looking for truthful information to make an informed purchasing decision in their trading education has accurate details to assess their personal choice when choosing to participate in various related programs.
Alrighty then, so we are back again. Let's crank that music on down. I am the ICT historian. I am here to bring you the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Indeed. Alright, so let's get into here to some more of the evidence. If you guys missed part 1, again, this is going to be part 2. You are going to be lost. If you are just now jumping in, please go back and see part 1. I will give a quick overview, but I am going to miss a lot of things here on this because it is nearly impossible for me to bring up all of the things that we were able to show in the previous video. So, where did we start? We're talking about the ICT Precision, who has claimed that he has a 90% strike rate. You guys hear that in his videos all the time. 90% strike rate. I think he gets that upside down. We have many track records of his that go to minus 90%. So I think he just maybe missed that negative sign in the front again. We showed before where he showed a withdrawal where he missed the Photoshop and it was supposed to have a negative in front of it. He missed the negative in front of it. And, you know, apparently he's missing his negative sign. So maybe he's right. Maybe he has a 90% negative return rate. That would be the truth. He does not have a 90% strike rate. This is what he's done over his 3-month trading period right now. Our issue is not with what he's doing right now, although it is a complete turd with a profit factor of 1 to 1. So there's no edge there, and basically a 50% profitable rate. That is not going to cut the cheese when you are claiming to be the best. All right, so we've talked about that. Here is the main problem. We don't care about the current one. We are wanting ICT to come out here and explain. You guys drive him until he explains this $5.8 million one. We want to hear the new lie because I'm going to remind him of the historical lies that he's told. But this is back when he was showing, look, 3-month track record. So how come it was that he was able to run a $5,000 account up to 5.8 million in this time period? You guys know the drill, right? How did he do that when here he's starting with a 25K account and can't do squat? Folks, there are some major discrepancies there, and the fact is he's a fraud. Now you guys need to prove it, so we'll do it. In fact, ICT himself wants me to do it. He says, explain it away, sleuths. Okay, there it is right there. He wants me to show it, wants me to prove it. Fine, that's what we're here to do. You guys can read some of this stuff. I'm gonna be running through stuff very quickly. You may need to slow it down, rewind the video, go check it out. Rented Forcer, yeah, he knows about it. He has talked about it, and here we go. Here is what he was doing, folks, telling everybody that he had run that hopefully you guys can see this. This isn't too blurred, I hope. That says 1.2 million. That's amazing work there, bro. 5 steps ahead, ICT. Good thing I record all my trades, folks. Okay, so he had said, and remember the previous video, he said, call them out. Folks, I'm calling you out. ICT, show us the recorded trades from back when you ran this $5.8 million run that you started this whole fraud with. And then we also want to know, show us the accounting records for where you put the money into the charity's hands, because you claimed that you were going to give the money for your mentorship to charity because you didn't need it because you were worth 750 million. And at one point you said 760. We have those both quotes. We want to know where that money went. Well, we already know it's pocketed. It is your duty to show that you didn't pocket it because we know for a fact you did. Next, and we'll show it in court. Carry on. I do wonder how the lamers feel about the crooked scheme exposed by Real Dollar Fire. Now, he's mentioning it because Real Dollar Fire was the first one. That is Adam Webb, those guys who we've referred to him several times. He did a great job on the video on that. Unfortunately, you know, when he did a trading competition with me, at least he admitted that he lost, and I can appreciate that about him. In fact, Adam, if you're listening to this later, somebody tell him, hey man, I miss him. Tell him to give me a call. All right. This is the only account in my real name that anyone can look into. All right, folks? Trading as an LLC is idle. I advise it. All right, folks, listen. Y'all need to pay attention to this part right here. This was insane. You see that date right there? He supposedly made a $1 million withdrawal from this on this date. Okay? Well, we go, and I pulled that up for you guys. So you guys can, I'll save you the headache. There it is, 5/12/2018. What day of the week was that? That was a Saturday, folks. You cannot get withdrawals from your bank on a Saturday. Banks don't even work hardly on Fridays, for crying out loud. They close early. Folks, they are definitely not giving you a fucking withdrawal on a Saturday. This was fraudulent, and it is because he was using the MetaTrader 4 backend, where you can tell yourself to get the withdrawal on any day. He made a mistake. We caught him on it. There you go. Next. Now you've seen what I did with a 5K account, and it is good.
And it's too good to be true. I get it. I don't care who disbelieves. It was or was not done. It was. And it was not on a rented MT4 server, LOL. However, in the new era of accountability, I want to spearhead a new level of accountability in FX.
Oh, okay. Well, so he's going to move away from that, right? Because we fucking completely busted him on this. I'm on the record for full disclosure. Note to the account number. It will not change. Now keep up with me, okay? Here it is. Once again, him saying, keep up with the account number. Yes, in this, you can see the account number and all that kind of whatnot, and account numbers and all that can be changed and modified. Adam Webb showed every single one of these, including the bank name you can edit. There you go. And again, there is the fraudulent fake, because this was his proof that he was doing $1 million dollar withdrawal. That was a fake, and he is wrecked. Next.
I won't be working a part-time job to add to that reality of the $238 came from. The rest is all 100% documented at the time I'm committing. I will show you whatever you need to see, folks. Right there. Whatever you need to see, folks. Okay, ICT, yes, we need to see, bro. That $5.8 million run thing, because this crap that you're doing on TD Ameritrade is a joke. Where's the precision, bro? Where is this 90% precision? Doesn't, it's not cutting the cheese. And just a reminder, my own brand new students are doing better than you. First 40 days in, here is my students' results here, doing better than you. 69%, 2.79 profit factor. These stats are blowing yours out of the water. Yada yada. My own results, yes, fully verified, fully tracked, and people could copy my account, because at some point ICT tried to use the fact, well, I didn't want people copying my account because that would ruin my blah blah blah. Really? I traded Forex and I let people copy my account. How come it didn't matter? Oh, it's because I'm big, boy. Because I'm 760.
Bro, I want to hear the excuses. I want to hear them. You guys bring your man to the table and tell him to come fess up. Come have that chat. We want to have that talk, bro. Let's see what's up. Let's talk about it. Okay, now here's where ICT is talking about me and Macro Hedge in our trading competition that, yes, went south. There was a lot of craziness that happened and all that kind of whatnot.
Everyone has watched as two grown men tore at each other's throats publicly and showing personal accounts. Personal things on the internet that is both shocking and disgusting. Real Alpha and Vinny Mini have been warring for months now. This is why I bowed out of the contest, to avoid that.
Okay, bro, right. Now, so there's the excuse why he bowed out before. Okay, I already showed you guys from last video. Well, he was willing to go into all kinds of other competitions. If it's just me, Dollar Fire, and him, whatever. And again, I never did any of the doxing. I didn't do this reversal stuff on him until now. Now, because he's claimed that he's got this big house, he claimed that he had a 12,000 square foot house, he claimed that he had all this stuff, so I sent private investigators, and yes, I got this information. However, I have still, yet to this day, I have not doxed him. I would not go out and do that to him like he did to me, putting my public information out there, and then hacking my stuff, doing terrible things to me, my family, and whatnot. I do not do that in return. I do, however, though, I want justice, and I will bring you into court, and I will bring you to the court of public opinion, which is what we're doing here, just to show everybody, hey, you might want to know the truth, so the truth can set you free of this man named ICT. All right. So I graciously bowed out. Graciously, okay.
He commenced in posting, he slayed the ICT scammer or demo botlet slayer, and now he hung a unicorn on his wall. Newsflash, Adam didn't beat me. He didn't expose fraud either. He is reaching. Just a short time ago, real out of fire, and now we're going to have ourselves a contest, a sort of winner takes all, when my common sense kicked in, and it was obvious it was a poor attempt at doxing me later.
No, bro, nobody's gonna dox you, but after you start telling everybody that you're worth 750 million, people kind of want to know, because you can't trade for crap.
I was asked for my personal information. I wasn't willing to share it.
Yeah. Because then they'd find out that you lived in an apartment B over there off Dundalk. No, not gonna happen, bro.
You see, there was a select group of weak traders that come from a world who actually believe they are above the average Joe. Market makers, they would call themselves. This is a joke. They neither know more than me, nor can they trade better than me. I will show this clearly. For those who have been paying attention, there has always been an attempt to expose me as a fraud. Some have tried various things in the past to try and claim I was only HINDSIGHT or a demo baller trader, or I was a leader of an elaborate cult. This list goes on and on.
Oh, really? Only demo trader? Actually, yes, we are absolutely saying you've only been demo trader, and you have faked any of the positive results from that, because you can't actually trade a fake account either, a sim account.
I have tried to meditate for these.
Oh, mediate. Okay, now anybody who says that, oh, he doesn't know anything about Vinny, you know anything about the past, whatnot, he says he tried to mediate for the two men in private. So, folks, everybody who keeps saying that he doesn't even know who you are, Vinny, sorry, you guys, he doesn't even know who you are, Vinny, you know, what's this whole deal? Really? No, he knows exactly who I am. He's now pretending to be because he is scared of what we are exposing. That is a fact. He can't even say my name. If he says Vinny E-Mini, bro, he won't. He's too afraid to say my name. And he's like, well, I don't want to give him the views. Folks, I do not get paid for views. I want to remind everybody, I have my monetization turned off. OFF. I do not get paid by YouTube. Never got a dime from YouTube, so you guys can think on that one for a little bit. I do not care about the views. I am actual trader. This turd is not. Carry on. I've tried to mediate for them in private. They would be honest in saying this is true. Yes, that is true. You were in there talking back and forth. I wouldn't call it mediating. You were stirring the pot, trying to be part of it so you could get some clout, so you could get some followers. I'll prove that here in just a moment. I don't want my personal life and family members on display for others to mock and pretend they are clever or better than them. It is shameful behavior taken too far. Now, that is what Adam Webb was doing to me. And listen, I forgive him. I already forgave him a long time ago. He apologized, and I accept apologies. It's different. ICT won't even apologize for sending his turds to threaten me and having me have to put police protection around my house for months. Don't appreciate it. And there's been absolutely zero apology. So, whereas Adam Webb has received my forgiveness, ICT has not. Carry on. Since you deleted it, we will repost my reply. You are scared to trade live funds with me. This is the most obvious exposed. You could do, Adam. Everyone sees you're avoiding it. I am waiting, or give it to the rest. Now, again, pushing on Adam to get into a trading competition, blah, blah, blah. But, okay, I'm not even going to go through all this, but there was one line in here. Once you determine your style, it's uncomfortable. I don't remember what I was going to show this. Maybe, oh, the God thing. Okay. Y'all, as a Christian, this really upsets me. He is admitted to Adam Webb in hindsight that he uses his Christianity to manipulate his audience and gain follow. Here is the evidence of that accusation right here. Friday night. Y'all remember this crap from ICT? His pinned tweet? Look at what he just sent me now. So the pinned tweet was, Father, thank you for blessing me, blah, blah, blah. I'm so great. Thank you, Lord. He's over here and he's talking to Adam, trying to be like, see how I shift them? Changing gears, take a note. See what I did there? Now I will pick up more subs, being nice. Summer, the prick returns. Folks, this is what I told you guys before. He uses like a relationship. He's like in an abusive relationship with you guys. He like loves and hates, love and hate, love and hate. This is what an abusive relationship works off of right here to keep you drawn in, keeping to him. So he gets more subs. Okay, this is his point of putting out the God thing at this time. He all of a sudden went super God mode and whatnot to keep all of the folks in. Well, I'm not going to say some of the rest of that. Let's show some other things here. Let's zoom this part. Automatically trade against him in a competition or not. Trading competition. This is the fool's playbook. Again, continuously going in. He has already said, I've withdrawn. He withdrew, but then he comes like, oh yeah, see, he wouldn't take me on. Again, this is ICT's MO. Just talking duck all the time. Almost bought a subscription before the circus. Okay, here is him also confirming that, again, see this Dundalk reference? Okay, anybody who doesn't think that we know, like, we had the proper address on the guy, this is not a scenario of, look, all we don't care about, we're not trying to dox, but we are definitely confirming he did not live in some 12,000 square foot house as he had claimed and some big multimillionaire whatever. It's in a, I mean, look, it's just a bad neighborhood and yeah, apartment that I would say that most people definitely are going to try to avoid if they had the opportunity to do so. This is a conversation, I believe, between Tom Dante and I, setting the whole place ablaze, macro first, then ICT second. I had said this in the past because of the stuff that they did to me. Both of them came into cahoots at some point, but we ultimately got it. Mike will go down. Well, Mike's already gone. I'm not talking about ICT. This is Mike, the DJ Stop Loss, who is now gone. You guys might notice that. He's off of Twitter now. He'll follow their boat. He got caught being a fraud himself. And he was helping Macro Hedge run theirs. And carry on. Here's Tom at the bottom. Comes next is not going to be pretty. Tom said there's a private chat in there with him and a few others. He's genuinely saying nice stuff about you now. Post all your tweets. Okay, I'm going to remind everyone who's in this private chat. He was talking about Macro Hedge, and again, I'm going to say we have done our penance with Macro Hedge, and he's apologized, and I've forgiven him, and we've moved on. He's admitted that I beat him in a competition. That is what a stand-up person does. Again, somebody reach out to Adam Webb, tell him to come hook it up, and we'll have a chat.
All right, here he goes. Here's an admission of Adam Webb saying he had lost to Vinny E-Mini. Yes, it was a real competition. Yes, we both verified that we had deposited into AMP. Yes, they were AMP accounts. Yes, they were tracked, and he lost. Fair and square. That's how it went. Also, Vinny Mini, and you bailed on my challenge before. We are deep in your type B disorder. If Vinny hasn't torn your fifth arsehole when he reads this text, I suggest you challenge him. $200 competition. My wedding anniversary and all. War's on pause. Pass it along. So it was around my wedding anniversary, whatnot, going on with all that drama. And I joked about how I'm a psychopath. I'm a high-functioning sociopath. Thanks for your research. That was a funny joke. Just a joke. But yes, there's the admission that he lost. I appreciate Macro Hedge for at least eventually coming back and doing the right thing. So again, I know we all miss it. We all make mistakes, but the way that you fix mistakes is you issue an apology. ICT is incapable of that because he is a fraud and he is one of these psychopaths that just thinks that they are above everyone, and he will never. Here we go. Lucas Dick was saying behind Vinny's back, thought he was being genuine at Vinny, so they're talking in private messages, and he's telling him Vinny bent the knee, he is not stepping. Well, I was being nice to ICT at that time, and ICT, instead of taking my good grace to him, he decides that he wants to go. Well, here we are. Congratulations, ICT. You've got me. Love you, bro. Next. Some client sitting behind you pointing a gun at you to make you do this. So they were actually asking Dollar Fire. They're like, hold on, you mean Dollar Fire admitted that he lost the competition? Well, yes, I did have to do a little ball squeezing, but eventually we got the right information. And hey, you know, things got rectified and it was good. So what's the truth about the photoshopping and whatnot? Yes, he photoshopped. He realized when I was up 7K on day 3, he was only at 380, so he faked it. So I wrecked him on from there. Apology accepted. I forgive. This is the history. Again, we're only going over this because you need to know the history of ICT, because you guys are being conned and fleeced every single day, he hopes that he can erase history. Well, we're making sure that the history stays a non-mystery. I can hear the missiles changing fire direction right now. This is a funny reference because he was like, after I had done him, what did I say? After I was done with Macro Hedge, I was turning my sights on ICT, and here we are. Big ass scammer. Now, at the time, Macro Hedge helped us to expose some of the fraud of ICT, and this little genuine beast right here, lack of understanding from the markets and structure is amazing. Here he is with more fake stuff. I was told by some IG guy that you can't fake the bank name. Somebody said, well, you can't fake the bank name, and that's what he put on there. Yes, you can. He showed how you can go in there. You can change the bank name right here. You can make it to be whatever you want. That is why ICT was able to fake that shit on Gain and some of the other fakes right there. Carry on. Said Friday, I'm done with all this on Monday. You are not in the top 1%. Get a real job. You're fake. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, he made a whole video around this. And because MetaTrader 4 was in it, this video got taken down. We had to get separate copies of all of that. You guys can come and hit me up if you guys would like to see the video of him walking through all that. Here are some screenshots from it, though, of him using the backend MetaTrader 4 thing and also finding ICT's stuff inside. I'm not saying that one right there, Adam ICT, but I'm saying that we found his stuff on the same ones out of the Cypress rented server. You guys can go verify that with Adam Webb himself. You guys can go and check that with him. I have verified it myself. Looks like I was wrong about ICT. Am I an accounting irregularity? He doesn't know why we're here. He's being sarcastic and joking here, folks. For those of you guys who are not English speakers, maybe this bypasses you. He was telling a joke here. He's being facetious, and no. ICT claimed it was an accounting irregularity, okay? You can't make the date appear the wrong way, the money left before it arrived. Bro, it's accounting irregularity. Folks, ICT thinks that he can just say whatever he wants. You know why? Because a lot of stupid people let him get away with it. We're done with it, okay? At least for the smart people. I'm here to talk to the smart people. I'm not here to talk to the dummies. You can't fix stupid. I have stopped trying to fix stupid a long time ago. You want to hitch? I'll ditch. You ditch you. All right, I'm done. So, credit and debit. Oh, there was a problem. This was obviously photoshopped. This is part of ICT's thing. When he exposed the rest of it and the wrong date, I already told you guys it was a Saturday, and credit and credit. Well, credit and debit, I'll let you guys figure that one out. But they were on good terms at some point, talking in private messages. ICT has kindly agreed to look into why the credit on both, and also to show bank statements and broker statements, because he's like, oh, I'll show you the bank statement. I think that's a wrap, folks. Good conversation can really help. So at this point, he's just trying to be nice, butter him up to try to get the information. And he did. All right. Appreciate you standing up, man. Let's verify it, though, just to keep it all legit. At this moment, and at this moment, he knew he fucked up. I mean, he probably crapped himself when he was like, yeah, but let's verify it, though. Okay. All right. Yeah. So once that happened, well, you can imagine how that went. There was nothing to be verified. And instead, Adam started getting hacked, like I was, and Tom Dante was, because guess what? Every time you go after ICT, he turns on his little minions. Now, does ICT have these connections? Yes, he does. I can prove it without a shadow of a doubt. What's the word? How do I say this? Well, I gotta save some of that for court, but I'll just put it like this. There is a 0% chance that this was not ICT and his minions when it came to me. Now, that part when he was hacking his stuff and trying to reset his passwords on $Fire, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't go back in time. I don't have a time machine, but I definitely was able to prove it was ICT behind. We actually have the payment transaction from ICT to a young fellow out of Mexico who was hacking my phone and was coordinated to hack my website and try to steal my passwords and the information off of my telephone. Don't appreciate it, bro, but we caught you, and we'll see you in court on that one. And the court of public opinion, you guys can have chats on that. Here we go. Until you prove it ICT, it's all fake. Don't use Vinny to deflect and project. Again, all the way back here, he knew who I was, he knows what's up, and he knew what was coming. In this instance, Vinny is right. Thank you very much. Again, I can say that at least at some point, deep down in there, even after Adam, you know, he made some bad decisions on stuff that he was doing with me and whatnot, kind of pulled this same stuff, trying to do the doxing, harassing, and whatnot, and thought that I would back down. You know, he found out that I will not relent, and at least he eventually apologized, and so I forgave him, and we move on. Good stand-up guy right there as far as that is concerned. You know, we make mistakes, we move on, we fix things in life. That's how things should go. As you said, it's an accounting irregularity. I'm not attacking anyone anymore. They are welcome to drop a mill in again. I won't complain. Oh my word, dude, he's still at it. I just, y'all, hey, come on, wake up. And anyhow, never got verified. You guys go talk with $Fire about that one. Adam Webb, he is Trader Skew now because his real $Fire account, well, they basically did the same thing they did to me and got his account taken down. 100% clarity, please don't show us the 0.1 lot you use. This is about the 1 million that appeared in your account, right? Yes, okay, here's the thing. Here's what ICT always does. Well, let me start talking about something else. Let me avoid the other thing, and let me try to play the straight and narrow now and show you some other stuff. No, bro, you started doing this other crap, and real $Fire is like, bro, get back on it. Address this. Why are you ignoring this to the public and hoping that everybody would just overlook this and, you know, hide. Folks, we're here to make sure that you guys at least have the evidence, or you can share it with your friends so that they don't get scammed. Now, mind you, there are a lot of scammers riding on the name of ICT, and those guys are going to be, they have a financial incentive to continue to push the narrative of ICT, because if ICT is exposed as a fraud, then all of their marketing materials go away. They can no longer say, hey, I'm an ICT, ex-ICT student, so learn from me. That goes away for them. So be careful of that. I showed you guys before of the stats on all of the fake accounts from ICT and where they're located from and all that kind of whatnot. Just beware and help other people to avoid this. If there's intelligent people out there, make sure that they understand these things. Mike, you have a simple task. You said you would do it. 1 million in the statement. The bipolar projection phase is kicking in. Come back to Twitter when you have proof. Your marketing machine is starting. Save the fuel. You'll need the money. Of course, he starts deleting all this stuff. Stop believing your broker statement. This was a video at the time of him still showing the whole, here's the broker statement. Yeah, it was all wiggles, so you couldn't see. It was all photoshopped. Same old drill. You know the thing. When you've proved the 1 million, you can come back and move to the 1,000 lot clips, GPSD, that can't be traced on the real market. Yes, so he was supposedly doing 1,000 lots at some point. Okay, well, they talked about this at length. You guys can go verify all this stuff with Adam Webb, and I verified it myself. I have tracked all this stuff down. It is BS. Again, is there a possibility to debit or credit on a Saturday or Sunday? No. Okay, no. Banks don't do this stuff. They're not around. Get out of here. And he's this is a joke, by the way, talking about, is he trading in Bahrain? Well, interestingly enough, he was running a server out of Cyprus, which is completely unregulated and no surprise. So ICT was abusing that. And that is, by the way, his knowledge. Everybody's like, well, what is his interbank connection? Well, his interbank connection is that he knows about the Cyprus servers where you can be your own fake software broker, where you can have your own server set up so that it looks like you can fake it on your phone and make it look like it's live, because you can make your own deposits to your own accounts in fake money, monopoly money, funny money. It's not funny, bro. It's not funny, ICT. It's not funny, bro. People are losing their ass because they're continuing to lose, and they're not just losing their money, they're losing their time wasted on your stuff where you just babble and babble and babble for hours and hours on end and fill them in with nothing. Let's carry on. 2 of 2, I'm done. I'm gonna let you guys read this whole thing. Not gonna go all over it, but just want to show you there's overwhelming evidence that this guy is a fraud and a scam. Here we go again. Everybody's like, what's going on? Let's see. Can you work with 800 people 17 hours a day, over 400 emails a day, trade 2?
I was over my head in work. So now he's going to start making excuses for blowing the Robins. Anybody who keeps saying that he wasn't in the Robins, he absolutely was in the Robins. He was making excuses at the time. Of course, he's deleted it all now. And of course, he thinks that nobody's going to bring up the history. He didn't think that I was going to come out here and do all this. So ICT, you are welcome. You said I didn't bend the knee, and now you got a big fat Vinny E Mini. You should have been nice when I told you to. Suck it. 1 million transactions. All over the shop. 5K to 5.8 million in 6 weeks. Sends me an account with $251 in it, and then admits it's the only account he has. Quotes, I am the market. Quote, the market makers ask me levels. Quote, I talk to the central banks to get me the ranges. Quote, the banks learn from me. Folks, these are all things you have heard from the man. This probably sums it up better than anybody else could have done it. Adam Webb. Let's give Adam Webb a hand. You know, he at least went into a trading competition with me. He lost. I appreciate that. Listen, you trade against AlgoBox. You're going to trade against an algorithm. You're probably going to lose. It's all right. He eventually took it like a man, so I appreciate it. Again, Adam Webb, reach out to me. Let's have a chat, bro. It's been a while. Let's talk. Let's see what's up. So what you've been up to. All right, there it is. Him showing that it was his real account to try to prove that it was real. It was all fake. The whole trading with the LLC thing, all fake. Get the F out of here. ICT, you are a fraud. Folks, if you want to avoid dealing with a fraud, fantastic. If you want to learn how to be a fraud, follow ICT. He did a good job. He got a whole lot of followings doing all this crap, and it was all for kicks and no ticks. He made no ticks, but he was eating a lot of beeps. You know what I'm saying? If he deletes, you must retweet. Folks, heads up. I've been warned. I will be ruined and brought to my knees. Pay a lunch. So he kept talking about the knees thing, and he said that I bent the knee, yada, yada. Well, here we are. He got what he asked for. He won't compete. Challenged by Adam Webb. Back down from that. Here's somebody else who knew the history. Sounds like he won't compete. He was already challenged by Adam Webb. Back down from that, and Adam Webb was roasted by Vinny E Mini. One way to put it. I did smoke him pretty good, and that was history. Carry on. Enough of the talk, Mikey. Where's my 3 million escrow? I want to know, and I think everyone else does too. Your precision is trash, your trading is trash, and you are a scammer and a fraud. We are done here. Remember all of the purposes that we're here for, folks. It is so that you may have the truth, and that the truth may set you free. The Wrecking Ball, signing out. See ya!